Welcome to Jimosi podcast. So South Sudanese citizens as of now are already debating on who will be the next vice president for the economic cluster that was left vacant after Bull Mill was fired 2 days ago. And discussion already are happening on Facebook and people have already grouped themselves into who they support based on regions, based on friendship, and based on what they know.
The tribes also.
Yes, and so we got a few names here that were flying all over on social media that we are going to names, and then that we're going to lay out those names, and then we'll give our 2 cents on what we think of those candidates or potential candidates, and what we think of them as potential vice presidents. So here are the names that have been put forward by the campaigners. So one of them is Majak De Agoot.
Doctor.
Yes. And the second person is Adut Salva Kiir, the daughter to the president.
Ask.
Number 3 is Paul Malong Awan. Number 4 is James Wani Igga.
Okay.
And number 5 is Deng Deng Hoc. Number 6 is Manyang Juk. Number 7 is Wani Igga. And number 8 is Rin Tueny Mabor, the current governor of Lake State. So I'm going to ask you on each individual if you think that person fit that position of vice president. So
okay. You want to put me on the spotlight?
No, like I'm going to mention all of them, and it's you have opinion on any of them, right? So it's up to you. If you don't support the person, you say you don't support. So what do you think of Majak De Agoot?
I feel like Dr. Majak can make a good vice president. Yeah, he has ever led in I think it was the deputy minister for defense at like some
years back.
Yeah. And then from there, I don't think he has ever gotten any government assignment of any sort.
What of the one that you after the 2013 war? You
after
remember
the 2013
the constitution position?
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So like he's someone who's educated and he knows his stuff, so he can definitely hold that position. Do I think he will get that? No.
If he was to get with the current situation, political situation, would you recommend him to take that if his name is put forward, as people are saying?
Why are you asking me difficult questions?
You just say yes. If you don't want, then I can.
People will say I'm supporting him because I'm from Twitch East.
Yeah, you just say it's your opinion, right? If you support him, there are a lot of people, and doesn't mean if you support Majak right now, you're not going to support the rest. It's one at a time. So you can support 8 of them, and then president will make the decision.
I don't think I would. Like, I would support the idea of having Dr. Majak back, especially in that high profile position, not necessarily because he cannot perform, but simply because right now we already have Rebecca Nyandengit as one of the vice president. First of all, she's a Dinka. Secondly, she's from Twitch East. So these issues of, let's say, things like Twitch East versus Bor, Dinka versus Equatorial.
So that's the reason you don't want to support her?
Him. Yeah. Like for that reason, I'll just let him take any other position, but not that VP position. Because he's been through a lot of like social media tarnishing and stuff.
But you can't use the position of Nyandeng being there and being from Twitch East. Yeah. There are a lot of people in that government that even come from one family.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, some people are quite selective when it comes to some of the things when it comes to their opinion. Also, Majak is part of the former detainees. So that means there'll be 2 vice presidents from the same party. And in all those other positions, Riek is from SPLM, Pagana Mum, I'm not sure, like, if
Then
it's
you
within
say
the SPLM and stuff.
then your reasoning will be
There's
will
a
not
party
be-
thing, yes, so he cannot pass. And also, even if he was to get it, because that was your question, I would not recommend, because it's just going to be too much pressure on him.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we have so much division, and his name keeps on being dragged through the mud. Every time people get very little chance, even on things that don't really concern him.
Yeah.
So he might just stay away or like take any other position.
Okay, as for me,
Mm.
can he manage the position? Yes.
Yes.
Can I recommend him to take it? I will say no. The reason why I say no, don't take it, is because already there's some online community campaigners that are always there to campaign against one another.
Yes.
So people, from day one that he will be appointed, you will see people dividing themselves into regions, and people will start creating fake stories about him.
Especially Twitch versus Bor.
And even Barkazal.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, I don't recommend him to go into that. It will be live videos every day.
Yeah.
And even like when the 2013 war happened, I'm not from Tui East, but I'm just saying what people were saying.
You're from Greater Bor.
When the 2013 war broke out, people say that it was a defector or a rebel, and it was associated with Riek Machar. Even when he never left, it was in Juba and they were detained. But people used to say that Tueny are rebels. They went with, and there has been online fight between even the communities in Jonglei State. So for that reason, the day that it will be appointed, that's the day that online war will start, either within Jonglei or between the region of Jonglei and other Barkazal states. So for that reason, even in Barkazal, there are people that say that Majak is a rebel. So people will start singing every day.
Yeah,
and
but
then
that is not even the biggest deal. The biggest deal is within Jonglei itself.
No,
the Bor versus Twitch.
You see Akwajuwon?
Yeah.
She will be going live every day.
Yeah, but
If
there are
she
so many
was-
other people who would be doing the same thing on the Bor side and stuff.
But Akwajuwon had access to the presidential palace. So she will be abusing your guy. Like the other time that she was abusing Bolmel, where is Bolmel today? So for that reason, because of the online thing, I will not recommend Majak to take that.
Yeah.
Second to that, President Kiir is going to humiliate this guy. As much as people think that he will do anything, after some time with the online campaign, and President Kiir will get tired of him, or people will lobby him out, and then he might even strip him off naked like Bolmel and throw him somewhere else, and people will move on. Like people are already moving on now from Bolmel.
Yeah.
So for that reason, if the leadership of the country, the top leadership, which make all the decision, has not changed, I would say no, Majak, stay away from that position as much as you can. People might say, yeah, you are the qualified candidates. Yes, nobody's doubting your qualification, but the current political atmosphere will not favor you. You will be having live videos made of you, accusation of what you have stolen. People will be generating audios, AI audio saying that you said that.
Yeah, and that's what we are saying, the same thing, right? That this issue of division, and also right now, I'm very sure on a random day you just go on social media and you'll find his name in some mess that doesn't really concern him.
Okay.
So if he's to take this position, then
yeah,
it's just going
people
to
will
be...
stop from focusing on President Kiir and focus on him, like the way that people did with Bolmel.
And campaigning him out.
Yeah. And again, for the party position that you mentioned, is from former detainees. He has not officially left that group and joined the SPLM. He has not officially done that.
I don't think he will even do that.
And the current open position is for the current SPLM. Is not for anybody else.
But then when it comes to other positions, Kiri does not respect that
leave that one. Let us focus now.
Although, yes, I agree with you.
Because
in this case, he will choose someone.
Because
from
this
the
is a top position. This is where all these parties fight a lot, and even he might have a fight within his party. So for that reason, no, stay away from it. It's not that you are not qualified, but because of the current political situation, you'll be having live videos every day. If people abuse you before you were not appointed any
position,
yes, it will be much bigger.
Like literally right now, I don't think he has any government position, but his name, people can't let him rest. Yeah.
What of Rin Tueny Mabor?
Rin Tueny is also just like Majak. He can do a very good job within that.
So you start with the qualification, the current political atmosphere, and from there.
Yeah, I know. And most Bargadel are actually championing for him. Yeah, but I've seen a few people who don't want him to take up that position, and I kind of agree with them because right now the way he has stabilized Lake State, if he was to leave that, we don't know if he's going to perform as a vice president or he's gifted kind of within the current position that he's holding as a governor. So in that case, yes, leadership is something that those leadership skills can be transferred from one position to another, but that would leave a vacuum in Lake State. And some of the issues that he has been able to address over the last couple of years that he has been the governor of Lake State might resurface, things like intercommunal wars and stuff.
What of micromanaging the next governor of Lake State and say, I will work with you so that we maintain the peace in Lake State?
Regardless, you'll be overwhelming yourself with too much work. That would be like two different job descriptions. And the other governor might feel like you are insubordinating them or something like that. Because it's not like he's going to be given the governance cluster. If that was within his scope, then he can be monitoring what's happening within the state. But in this case, the vacant position is the position of vice president for the economic cluster, which is a different thing from the governance. So that cannot work also. So I'll just recommend, yes, he's good. He can do something within any position in that government. Even from the presidential position, I believe he can do it. But then it's going to leave a vacuum in Lake State. So I'll just let him stay with Lake State gubernatorial position.
What of social media wars?
I've not really seen a lot of people coming at him for whatever reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as for me, when it comes to Rin Tueny Mabor, when it comes to social media war that is expected of people criticizing him, it will be less compared with other people.
Yeah.
So if my concern was about people campaigning against him or abusing him every day or creating fake stories about him, I will not be worried about that part. True. Because there will be less people doing that part. Now, when it comes to qualification, this is where I have a different opinion.
Okay.
I say Rin Tueny is not qualified for this position.
Why?
Because his background is in administrative. As much as he went to Lake State and stabilized the security, it has not increased the production. Lake State is not the food basket for South Sudan right now. Saying that when he went there, he brought peace, and there's too much food, or a lot of the food basket for South Sudan has shifted to Lake State because of that stability, and they're even selling excess to their neighboring states. So for that reason, the position that is coming to be given has to do with economic cluster. You see there?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of economic drive that will be needed. It's not administrative. So for the position that it will be coming in, I'll say no, it's not the right position for him. The only two positions that I see can be good with Rin Tueny are two. Chief of Staff, if he's put as Chief of Staff for the SSPDF, relative peace and security will return to South Sudan.
Yeah,
If he has
that's
done
true.
it in Lake State, he can do it for the nation.
Yeah, he can just extrapolate it.
Yes. And there in the SSPDF position, there's not a lot of economic drive that is needed. They need all these extra knowledge about the monetary fiscal policies that they will need. No.
Okay.
The market factors. No. So for that, I would say chief of staff, he can bring peace to South Sudan.
Okay.
The other position that he can do better is the presidency.
True.
If he was to take presidency, he can guide all these other people. Just be like calling these people, what are you doing in your department? What are you doing in your department? And the growth will be there.
Yeah, he can provide like a very good oversight.
Yes. So for that reason, I don't think vice president is a right position for him.
Okay.
His good positions are only two.
Two
Chief
or
of
three?
staff and the presidency and being the governor.
The governor, yeah. Those are three things.
So that's it. But for social media, no, it will not receive a lot
Social
of...
media warrior, no. Like, I've only seen positive things being said about him. As much as he's an active member or civil servant within the current government, people rarely talk about him. He's only mentioned lightly in line with positive stuff. But people like Majak, like we said earlier, he's just constantly...
All right, let's go to the next person. James Wani Igga.
No. Wani Igga, I don't think he's capable of holding that position. He was there.
Yes.
We didn't see any actions. I would even say Benjamin Bolmel was kind of better compared to Wani Igga, because at least he tried some things. Like, as much as he's corrupt, he spearheaded that issue of agriculture. They bought some trucks. As much as we all know right now, those trucks are nowhere to be found. Or like most of them are probably broken down. We've not seen any output from what was done using the trucks.
Yeah.
He also promised that they were going to be paying the civil servants on the 24th of every month.
Yeah, just compare the two and stop going back
and
to
they
Bolmel
tried that.
history.
They tried that for a couple of months, right? But then during Wani Igga's time, he did not really, like, I rarely heard him speak or do anything. He was just there. Also, considering his age, he's not really in a position to be running up and down, following how the economy is doing and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, as for me, James Wani Igga is not the right person, not because of the tribe, but because he had a fair share of his time. He had 12 years, and before that, he was the Speaker of the Assembly. Nothing actually happened during his time. He has actually been
a vice president
so
at some point.
Bringing him back maybe for a peace of mind for Salva Kiir, because he will be a yes man.
Yeah.
But anything that will help, like driving the economy or even reforming the SPLM, nothing will happen. So for that reason, no, Wani Igga is not the right person.
Yeah, and especially if someone has previously held that position and you do not see any positive outcome from their leadership, then there's no point of returning them back to that position, because we're just going to continue with the same spirit.
All right, the next person, Kwalmanyang Juk.
Kwalmanyang Juk, I don't think he can make a good vice president for the economic cluster. The best position for Kwalmanyang, like you said with Rin Tueny, would be being in charge of the army, like the SSPDF, as a chief of staff, because that's his stronghold as someone who has been through the entire SPLM war and stuff. But then when it comes to economic cluster, I'm not really sure what he studied, but I don't think he has any background with the economy and stuff.
Yeah.
And also, if you look at his role when he was serving as the senior presidential advisor, we've seen Kiir doing the same stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it means Kiir is not listening to people, or there are people that he listens to more compared to others. So giving him that position would just be like he would be dormant, because he's not going to drive any change, and he cannot propose any solutions because President Kiir would not agree with them in some way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, his age. I think he's 78 right now.
He's 80.
80. Oh wow! I thought he was 78. So maybe Wani Igga or Taban is the
Taban
one.
is 78.
78. Oh yeah. Okay, I was confusing the two. Yeah. So in that case, I don't really think he should be running up and down trying to follow what's happening with the economy at this age. He just needs to retire and have fun with family and grandkids.
Yeah, as for me, I will say if it is not presidency, vice president is not a good position for Kwal Manyang.
Yeah.
One, Kwal Manyang is 80, he's aging. He's
Yeah.
supposed to enjoy retirement, not to think about how to revive this economy.
Mhm.
This is an age where people just focus with their home state
Yeah.
and see how to enjoy their last 20 to 30 years of life.
20
on
to
Earth.
30 years from
Yes.
80.
Yes. So for that
Okay.
reason, I would say you can't bring us an 80-year-old back to all
Yeah.
this drive.
To
And then,
oversee the economy.
yes, nothing will happen in that economy.
Yeah.
And coming to social media, yes, there will be a lot of social media fight for him within.
Really?
Yes, within the Jonglei state, not with other, not
Oh,
with other,
okay.
not
Like
with
the
other.
Twitch is Bor
Yes,
issues.
not with other, not with other
Communities.
regions. Like
Okay.
there are not a lot of Barkazal people that oppose Kwal
Kwal
Manyang
yeah.
or they say a lot of bad things about him. No, but within the Bor itself, yes, and within Bor, that's Jangule. There's a lot of people that have different opinion about him, and sometimes people cross over to an extent of abusing him.
Yeah, personally,
so, yes. So for that reason, I would say no, it's not worth it at the age of 81 or 80 being abused by another 20-year-old or 23-year-old on Facebook and making songs of dissing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for that reason, I would say no, social media will not be good with him.
Yeah.
Her daughter is already there.
His daughter.
His daughter. And then again,
actually, the daughter can be the one in charge of that because she's already
in that
around
line,
that ministry or capacity.
But then there will be 3 women. So let's
3 women. What's wrong with that?
3 women. Too many women. That's more than 2/3 gender.
So what?
So yeah,
It
but
will
when it
just
comes,
equalize because it's supposed to be 35%. And if you look at that 35% act of women representation at different levels, it's not being respected.
Okay, so when it comes to the army, I don't think Kwal Manyang will be able to do anything. It was the Minister of Defense at some point.
Okay.
It never dealt with the ghost workers. It never dealt with salaries payment. I don't know who is supposed to be in charge of that, but it did not streamline it as a Minister of Defense.
They come from the Ministry of Finance, so if they don't have money, then
it should have said at least deal with the ghost soldiers.
Workers,
modernize the
payroll
army
system. Yeah.
And then the army too.
Okay.
People that are too addicted, send them home. The other people train them on how to treat people well.
Professionalism.
Yes. So for that reason, no, army. It was the governor of Jonglei State. Maybe we say during those days they were not good money, but during his time, people say nothing actually happened.
Like in terms of development?
It focused with different things.
I think they followed each other with Aguen Panyang, Philip Aguen, right?
No, it was before those days.
No, but they kind of, one of them succeeded the other. I think Aguen succeeded Khalid. Outside that, you can continue.
Yeah, you can. So for that reason, no. Let Kwal Manyang just enjoy his retirement or his being a political advisor. Paul Malong Awan.
First of all, he cannot because he's a rebel in quotes in the book of President Kiir Mayardit. Also, he is not part of the SPLM at the moment. I think he formed his own party. Not sure if it has a name. But the truth is he kind of defected. And right now he's actually in exile somewhere in Nairobi or Kampala. Yeah, most likely in Nairobi.
In Nairobi?
Yes. So for those reasons, Kiir cannot appoint him because he's the one making the appointments as a rebel in his books. And I think he served within those military
Chief of
positions,
Staff.
but he didn't really
Do anything.
streamline anything. So
Yeah.
if he did not do anything within his area of expertise as a liberator, then I doubt he will be successful within the economic cluster.
Yes. So as for me, Paul Malong Awan, King Paul is a no for me.
His followers will come for you.
Because this position is for SPLM, has already fall out with the SPLM party.
Yeah.
And when it was leaving Juba, it was not in good time with Salva Kiir. So there's no day that they will come back and work
Yeah.
in harmony.
Even if he's appointed, he will not accept it.
Yeah, people
because
will
he
always
knows
be
it will be a
thinking,
trap.
yes, what will this person do? What are they really letting me do my work? So for that reason, they had that fight. I would say no. You better just wait for election if you want to get into that position through an election.
Okay.
And again, Malong Awan, he was the chief of staff. Like Paul Manyang, he did not streamline the army. They just accumulate a lot of armies for themselves or community protection. As much as there's something that people say when it comes to the 2013 war, it might have helped, but go after that. What do we people do with the army to streamline it? So as much as we say people were divided, IO were having other people and him was having these other people. This is streamline the people that remain with him. No. Was it too complex? What step did he take? Has he ever done a video to show us like what of some of the steps that it took to fix the whole thing? I don't think if he had done that. And then also Malong Awan, when it comes to social media war, it will be 50-50.
Yeah.
Not everybody like him and not everybody hate him. So it will be 50-50 online wars out there. And then again, it's from a will. The person that was actually replaced was from a will. So I think the reason why even his name surfaced in the first place is some people within the will saying that at least if you have removed one of our sons, then put back one of our sons.
Okay.
But Malong Awan is not the right son, as for me. And then it also comes with a baggage based on some of the knowledge that we know that people say allegedly has over 100 women. So he will have two.
But do you believe that?
Well, as for now, it's rumor, right? And everything point to that. Every article that you Google say he has over 100 women.
Yeah, but anyway, the fact is he's
so for
he's
that
polygamous.
reason,
So that means he has multiple women.
Yeah, so for that reason, it will come with too many mouths to feed, plus the protection force. Yeah, there will not be enough resources for even his family.
Him and the family.
Yes, so
mean his wives are not working.
It's going to strain his hands.
He will be looting.
It will be forced. It will be forced to look for something to feed the family. So for that reason, I say Malong Awan stay aside.
Okay.
Nyal Deng Nyal.
Okay, before you continue. So we had in around before 2016, we had the governors of Jonglei State. There was Philip Aguin Panyang. And then after him was Philip Thornlake. And after Thornlake, I think that's when we had Kual Manyang.
Yeah.
And then after 2019, we had Dinai Chagor. And now we have Riek Guy Cook. But then there was Mayu Bill as the acting governor.
Yeah, there have been a lot of governors in Jonglei State. So now, the next person is Nyal Deng Nyal. People say it's from Tony.
Nyal Deng Nyal is a rebel, just like Paul Malong, according to the SSPDF
and the
SPLM party. And he recently froze his membership within the SPLM, but the SPLM members were kicking him out. So he cannot make it. to come back into that position. Although if he was to be asked, he would say yes, because one of the questions he was asked during one of the interviews he had was that if the government calls you for negotiations, what would you do? Would you be willing to come back to the party and stuff? And his answer was yes, if they work on the reforms that he would advise them to consider. So that means his heart is still within the SPLM, but his body is out. And the party is chasing him. So there's no way he would be appointed as the current vice president or as the next vice president for the economic cluster, which is a position for SPLM only. Yeah, so I don't think he would. Also, in terms of leadership, he has held various positions from foreign affairs, I think defense. Like literally, he has his resume or CV is full of government positions. But then did he make any improvements in those positions? No. So just like any other SPLM leader, he's also no different. Yeah, so I don't think he will handle this position. Although when it comes to talking, he would sweet talk investors. So maybe he can convince people to come and invest in South
He
Sudan.
would have sweet talked them long time ago. Yeah, so when it comes to Nial Deng Nial, qualification and talking, yes. He's okay. He can hold that position. Is he good? Is he in good terms with the party? No, it's not. He need reforms to be done within the SPLM. Those reforms have not been done as of the day that we are speaking, that we want this position to be filled.
Yeah.
So no reform has been done. He will not do anything as per his sentiments.
Yes.
That
And
say
yes,
the way that the party has been structured, there's nothing that anybody else can do apart from the president. So him coming a vice president will not do anything.
Yeah.
And it was closer to the president at some point.
Yes.
The Minister of Presidential Affairs. It was there. Nothing happened.
He actually said the president doesn't listen to people, and he doesn't consult.
Party has not been reformed. So it's going to be a toxic work environment.
Yes.
It won't perform. Social media debates, 50-50.
Yeah, not that
50-50 based on what I was seeing on media. Other people supporting him and other people trashing him. So we will have a lot of campaigners here and there. And especially now even within the Tueny itself, where he came from, he was being opposed by some of the community elders that are there. And then the Tueny itself is already having some wars.
Yeah, they have
as much as he's coming to do a good job, that hatred of intercommunal fight or interclan fight will fight him in a way instead of them working together. So no reform as for his vehicles. He was closer to President Kiir as as cabinet, as Minister of Presidential Affairs. Nothing happened as held other various positions. He didn't do anything.
Also, he's old. I think he's over 73.
73. Yeah, but most of the top leaders are at that age bracket. So
yeah, I know, but within the economic cluster, this needs a young brain, someone who thinks outside the box and is very active, can look at different investments here and there, different opportunities, and someone who also feels like they still have time to invest for themselves. So they'll be acting as an example, not only to the youth within the community, but also to the outside investors who would say, okay, so South Sudan coffee can grow and tea, and then they'll come and inject money into the projects.
The next person, Wani Igga,
is old. Yeah, and then I think he was also part of those senior SPLM leadership. He didn't do stuff.
Yeah.
So he's not going to do anything within the economic cluster. Yeah, and I don't think he has any qualifications to hold that position. Not like South Sudanese politicians. Most of them have qualifications to hold whatever positions they have. But in this case, it's just a done deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to make any changes or any improvements to the economy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing to me. When Akur will not be a game changer in this position. When they were senior SPLM leaders, they had the opportunity of structuring the SPLM, which is the ruling party.
Yes.
But they didn't do that with Kwal Manyang, Wani Igga, and him and Salva Kiir. They never work out on how to rule this country better, either from appointing position or how policies should be implemented, constitution, working on dialogue and reconciliation in the country. They didn't do as much.
It's like they were just sitting on their positions.
Yes, and they're still having that mentality of the armed struggle, where you have to respect the hierarchy in the military, so you don't have to oppose your
boss.
It seems like what they say is the final say, so you don't have to oppose it. But they don't look at this is a discussion.
True.
You have your point as a leader. If it is a better point, we'll take it. But if I have a better point than you, then we'll take it. It's for the party. It's not because I brought that point forward. It's something that will be good for the country and for the party itself. But to them, they were just respecting that hierarchy. So for that reason, it was there for some time. It didn't make any changes. So coming to be a vice president will be the same thing like they had in SPLM.
Like no impact.
Yes. And he's also in his old age.
Yeah. And it's something that I've come to observe with most of these SPLM leaders or South Sudanese politicians in general, those who are holding different capacities. It feels like, especially for the older generation, they feel like South Sudan is okay now. If you look at how people like Michael McQueen talk, it's like they have seen the worst thing that can happen. They have been through war. They liberated the country. To me, sometimes it feels like they're asking people, why are you complaining? And yet the country is now liberated. Go to the farms and work. So they don't see like any need of people improving their living standards and improving the economy and their situation, because they feel like this is better than what we lived through.
Yes, and that one you can't really blame him, because a person that has not traveled that much will always appreciate what they have at that moment, comparing with how things have happened. If you go to a village right now, get an old man that has always lived there, if you bring him just to Bor Town only, he will say, this place is developed, not the Bor Town that we used to know. If you bring him to Juba, then he will now start seeing that Bor Town was not that developed. That need to be developed. So that's the same thing with the leaders that are within South Sudan. Some of them that do not travel outside the country, they see how things have changed since the time that they move in, or things stabilize in their ways after the 205. So they have seen a lot of things have happened. Cars are there. People are able to eat them.
They are staying in houses with AC.
They have electricity. They used to sleep under trees.
Yeah.
So to them, a lot of things have changed.
So they don't understand why you're complaining.
What exactly do you people want?
Okay. No, but these people, like most of them, I feel like they have gone to other East African countries.
No, somebody sanctioned, man. The person that you tried to give us an example in this. He has never traveled again after he's sanctioned. US can grab him in Nairobi. All right. So
but
before
Michael McQueen, the other day was in Uganda.
Where did you see him?
When he was sick. There's a time when he was sick, and then there were some rumors flying around saying he had said something.
I didn't see
And then he came out to clarify, and he was looking like someone who was recovering from a sickness.
Okay, I didn't see it.
He was somewhere in East Africa.
Let us not focus on McQueen.
Yeah.
Or you can just put it as the last person, because I saw somebody mentioning if McQueen can be the vice president.
He's okay with the information.
Now the last person is Adut Salva Kiir.
No. I don't want her in that position. As much as, based on all these people and how President Kiir does his things, she's most likely to get that. And that is because when she was appointed, there were some people who celebrated. Other people criticized, and we were called haters, enemies of progress. You don't like women doing this and that. But since she got appointed as the presidential envoy for special programs, what has she done? Visitations, tourism, visiting the elderly and all those former veterans. But she's not really doing anything constructive. Her job description is still very much unknown, up to date. So if she's going to take up that position, then it simply means she's just going to loot and that's it. There's nothing positive that she's going to do in that position. So I don't recommend her. And the fact that the father is the one appointing, if she goes there, then most likely she'll be the next president.
Okay. Will the president decree himself out?
No, he can retire or like decide, since it's my family member who's the second in command, I can just exit the party, retire in peace, and let them run for presidential elections. And since they are the incumbent government, they can leak the election, like what we saw with 96% winning in Tanzania recently. So they can do the same thing.
All right. So as for me, qualification, no. As for me, Adut does not qualify to hold that position because in her capacity where she has already served or where she was, we haven't really actually seen what she was doing to see that this person, either when it was in private sector and then it came into the public limelight where he has served for the last 3 months, he has done a couple of things or a lot of things.
Yeah.
That track record is not there.
Yes.
So visiting people is not a qualification to be
count.
given the position. Social media ranking is 50-50. There are some people like me that don't believe that she will do anything, and 90 days have already passed, and there's nothing that we've actually seen that she has done that she can be proud of, other than visiting people. Yeah. What are those programs that you are given to do something?
At least one project show us so that we can see, okay, she has done this and this.
Yes. But now, the last part, humiliation. I can say give it to Adut, because Salva Kiir will never humiliate
his own
daughter.
She will not be. I saw some rumors the other day.
She will not be stripped naked of all the ranking or everything. She will just be told, replaced, given another position. She will not be put under house arrest like other vice presidents have been done to.
True.
So because of the humiliation and how people will view you and how your security situation going forward will change, I would say no. I would say yes, she deserved that position because she will not experience that humiliation.
Not like she deserves, but she can take that position. And then
in terms of humiliation, she deserves it because she will not be humiliated. But qualification, no.
Okay.
Because her father will not humiliate his own daughter.
Okay.
So for that reason, I would say she will be the right person. They will be meeting at home, discuss the affairs of this country, and then they come to the public and tell us what they want to do with South Sudan.
This is an adult child who has her own house. I don't think she
They go eat dinner together whatever time that they have decided. Okay. So based on what Riek Machar is experiencing, what Bolmel is going through, what Akolkol is going through, Paul Malong, Nial Deng Nial, the former detainees, all of them.
Yeah.
Who else?
Most of them, not all of them, because Nyandengit is in her position.
She was detained too, and then she's just quiet in her position.
Yeah.
And also, even the senior SPLM leadership, Nial Deng Nial, said when they were removed and replaced, these people were not consulted.
But do you have to consult people when you are firing them?
These people are coming from the liberation. SPLM is not
one-man show.
It's not Salva Kiir party that they formed from the scratch.
It's actually not the founder. It was formed.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I say SPLM does not belong to Salva Kiir, just to be making decision anyhow. But if it was his own party, like the SPLM-IO, like any other party that is owned by individual, if SSSM mature into a real party, Nyal Deng Nyal can be making any decision because it is his party. He can decide which people to work with and which people not to work with.
No,
for the SPLM, it was founded by John Garang. He left it to the country, did not leave it to Salva Kiir as the owner.
Yeah.
So all of them, the top leadership SPLM members were supposed to be the custodian of that party.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, you cannot just fire people without consulting, saying the reason why I want to remove you guys is that I want to transform this party or bring young people up. So as a way, as I hold the leadership position, you guys are going to step apart as I groom the young people. And then I will also exit the party at some point so that they all agree this is good for the country. But if you just feel like this party now belongs to you, you just change anybody anytime you want because you were made the chairman by the same group.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, maybe because right now most of them have died sick and all that. So there's not really a lot of the OGs within the SPLM party. But personally, I don't think the individuals who are going to be fired or who are going to be relieved from their position need to be consulted. Personally, I feel like it could have been something that was discussed within the party, like most of them, and then they decide, okay, as a party,
to elect new
whom
people.
do we choose to replace who? Especially to replace the older generation. Then it would make sense. But it's not like you're just sitting with the three men and then you tell them, okay, now it's our time to exit, yet you are still retaining the presidency. Most likely they would not have agreed to being relieved. But then again, I'm not defending Kiir in just letting them go like that. I believe consultation should have happened, but it should not have happened with the individuals that are being replaced. Instead, it should have been a party thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you think Salva Kiir should just leave this position open for a while now, not to be filled by anybody? Leave it open.
I don't think he should leave it open because you know how the R-axis has structured the government, right? Every ministries fall under a certain umbrella. So this means all those ministries, I think it's around 12 ministries that fall under the economic cluster, like the mining, finance, all those, anything to do with production and the economic aspect of governance. They all fall under that. So who's going to take care of those ministries has to provide an oversight. So I feel like there should be a replacement. But then the replacement is where we don't agree, like who's supposed to take up that position. And I personally feel like Kiir is going to leave it open for some time to allow pressure to go down. So that all these speculations will stop and then something bigger can come up. People will shift the discussion from Bolmel being fired, humiliated, and removed, all the ranks from him removed. So he's just taking his time to let the situation calm down and then come with a surprise.
Yeah, so as for me, it should be left open. There's no need of filling it. We have so many vice presidents.
Okay.
So as much as Machar is under house arrest, Bolmel has also the same house arrest, then we still have 3 other vice presidents. They can help if they need to help. Otherwise, president can take over those duties. And then also those ministers that are holding those ministerial positions are not children. They know what they're doing. So they don't need to be directed. The reason why the R-axis or whatever opened those positions was just for the accommodation.
For compromise.
And accommodation. It was not because things were not going to happen if this one were not allowed. It's just that there were so many groups that wanted leadership position and they could not make so many presidents at the same time. So the only other powerful position that could be created were the vice presidents. And that's how they settle on that. So as for me, leaving it open is okay. just leave it open because I don't want the next person to be humiliated. What do you think is the reason why there has not been any Nuer person proposed or suggested for this position of the vice president?
Like, why do you think none of Nuers have been proposed?
Yeah.
Maybe because you've not, like, personally,
their
I've not
pages.
seen their pages or have not come across any Nuer name being nominated. But the thing is, like, as much as we have some Nuer people from the Nuer community within the SPLM party, I've not seen anyone in a higher position except someone like Taban Dengai. But I'm not really sure if he's part of the SPLM or not. And he's already a vice president.
Yes.
Other than that, the other people, maybe if someone like Port Kang was not with the IO and was still serving, if he was part of the SPLM, then probably his people would have nominated him for the position.
Yeah, so as for me, the reason why no Nuer name has been put forward for this position is because these discussions are happening on social media, on TikTok and on Facebook. And on these social media pages, there are no government supporters from the Nuer community that have openly identified themselves on those social media pages. So if anybody was going to come out and start suggesting somebody that's going to work in Salva Kiir government, it would be trash.
Face a lot of backlash.
Yes. So for that reason, that's why people have kept quiet. That's my guessing as to why no one has come up with a name. Number two is because already two vice president positions are being held by Nuer.
Oh, yeah.
As much as we say Machar has been suspended, it's still his position.
Yeah, he's not fired. He's just suspended. So if the case concludes...
Yeah, so it's still his position. As much as people say, oh, somebody's holding it for some time, no. That position is for Machar, and Taban is holding it on the other side.
Yeah.
So making 3 Nuer out of 6, then there will be half of the top leadership. So that's why people
more than half, actually.
Yeah, so that means we already have enough of the people.
Like 60%.
Yes. So ideally, the people that should have come up with the person is the Equatorians.
Yeah.
So that is 2-2. The president is a Dinka, and then Nyanding is also a Dinka, and then Jospin, and then another person from Equatoria, and then 2 Nuer. Total of 2-2. That's how it's supposed to work.
Is South Sudan only Dinka, Nuer, Equatorians?
Well, you can look for Chuluk, you look for... But
are Chuluk part of the Equatorian? Like, I don't really understand that part sometimes.
It all depends who was grouping people into Equatoria and not Equatorian. So for that reason, that's where it becomes really tough.
Please forgive our ignorance. Like, if you know this part, clarify it for us. I know we have 64 tribes, but then...
But the way that it looks, they will not be part of it because you have to go with the states' names.
Yeah.
And the states' names are Eastern Equatoria, Central Equatoria, Western Equatoria.
Yeah.
So you see there, and Chuluk are within Upper Nile. So by the virtue of state, they will not be
part of Equatoria.
But they are just Chuluk. Who came up with calling people Equatorian? I don't know.
Maybe it's because those are people who are located within the Equatoria region. The Eastern, Central, and Western.
Okay, Equatoria. The word Equatoria. How did people ended up and say this region is going to be Equatoria? Is it because of equator?
Equator, most likely.
Okay.
I don't know.
If it is because of equator and then we say Equatoria, then it will make sense.
Yeah.
But just saying, okay, the whole of you are just going to be Equatorians, then that word should have originated somewhere.
It's like how we talk of Bahr el Ghazal, right? All of them are within the Bahr el Ghazal region. Anyway, whoever has studied in South Sudan, I have a feeling that these are some of the things you are taught. So let us know in the comments.
Yeah, it is more of like, if you're going to come, then it's not we are questioning the Equatoria only. It's like when people say Upper Nile.
Yeah.
Who came up with that word, Upper Nile. But Upper Nile you can
It's
just say
up
because
from
of
the Nile.
yes, because of it's easy
The distance
translation.
from the Nile.
Is easy translation.
Yeah.
Nile and the upper Nile. But for Barghazal, somebody have to come up with why somebody came up with the name Barghazal.
Yeah.
Not the people, but that
The
region.
yeah.
What created it to be called Barghazal and what created the Equatoria.
Yeah.
And now the people that are in. Because the people are in at different communities.
Yes.
But why is this area called Equatoria?
And the people within. So most likely the people within are referred to as Equatorians because they are within that region.
Yes.
I feel like that's
But who
the
came
case.
up with the word Equatoria? Is it because of the equator or something else? All right. So that's it for Jimosi podcast. Please let us know who you think among the people that we have suggested should be the vice president to deputize President Kiir. We have already given our opinion on all of them. And our opinion is not like on qualification, it's of like different reasoning.
Issues.
And if you have new candidate that you want to propose,
Martin Elia Lomuro.
Oh yeah, that guy can be
Lobong Lojore.
Sometimes
those two are Equatorians, right?
Sometimes I feel like that guy is not educated. Elia is good.
Yeah,
Elia can be a vice president.
UK proven.
Yes, Elia can
scientist.
He can be a vice president, but Lubong, no.
He knows his way, and he can really defend himself. Or we can have the other guy, Callisto.
No. He's a community fighter. Elia is the right person. Yeah, Elia is always politically correct. Or he tries. The former governor of Central Equatoria, Jadala. Jadala. Wani. Yeah. That guy is okay. But people that are extremists, like you don't have to pick on extremists to come to a national position. They'll come and push the same agenda. So people you don't want Callisto and Lojore? No, Lobong is an extremist, the same thing to Callisto. Yeah. Elia is good. He's just okay in the Eastern Equatoria. Yes. All right, yeah, so that's it for Jimosi podcast. Let us go to 4K. I'm being honest with my opinion. Also, be honest with your opinion. Yes, and please don't crucify us. Just let us have an intellectual exchange of opinions. Yes. To see okay, so why would you think this person would be more suitable? Yeah. Like in our discussion, most of these things are happening on the social media and maybe we are only exposed to the Dinka side of things. That's why you saw a lot of the people, a lot of names are from Dinka. And you see most of them, actually all of them, we say no. Yeah. For the reasons indicated in the video. So watch it to the end and also let us know if there's someone it doesn't have to be a current politician. They can be people who are actually working in the private sector. Or people like Advocate Noel Ajo. We are looking for competent people. Yes, it can be. Do it, yeah. But still, Salva Kiir is going to make decision. Yeah. Yes, he's from Eastern Equatoria. Okay, so he can make a good thing. Yeah. But the thing is, Salva Kiir is still going to make decision. Will he humiliate him? Yes, he will. Most likely. If people start making noise or if start becoming popular. Yeah, and I feel like he can actually perform really well in this position because he already has an economic activity ongoing. He has a law firm. All right, this video is getting long. Yeah, so let us know. Do you think our guy Ajo should be brought in straight from the court, but then he would stop being part of the prosecution? All right. Please consider subscribing if you have not yet done so. We are on our road to 4,000 subscribers. Yes. Less than, can we say 600. Less than 600 from now? All right. See you in the next video.